This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Hi, it's Cindy Harris, and today I'm going to share with you my coconut ice cream with chocolate ganache sauce. So the first thing we're going to do is make the custard base for the ice cream. And so the first step to that is to separate out and get 5 egg yolks together. So then we go over to the mixer and we make sure we have the whisk attachment on, and we go ahead and put the egg yolks into the bowl. And then we want to go ahead and just put that on sort of a medium-low speed just to kind of break them up a little bit. And then we're going to add some sugar, and we're going to add a 1/2 cup of sugar first, and then we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of sugar. Now, once we get all the sugar in, then we're just going to put the timer on, and we're going to let this whip up for about 2 minutes. Now, during those 2 minutes, the eggs are going to get lighter in color and fluffy. Now, over at the stove, I have a medium-sized saucepan on medium heat, and I'm going to add 2 1/4 cups of 2% milk, and I want to bring that milk to a boil. Now, it usually takes about 6 to 7 minutes to bring milk to a boil. And the way you're going to know it's almost there is when you start to see a bunch of steam like this, then it's not too soon where you're going to start to see underneath that little bit of skin some bubbles. That's considered bringing it to a boil. We don't need to see it boiling vigorously. And once you see these little bubbles, what we're going to do is we're going to take it off the heat and we're going to go over to the mixer. So now we want to do what they call temper the eggs, and that means we're going to slowly drizzle that hot milk into the eggs. And you'll notice I'm doing just about a tablespoon or so at a time. And the reason for that is if we were to put too much hot liquid in with those eggs, the eggs would start to cook, and that would be bad. So just drizzle it in slowly. Now, once you get that very last bit of milk poured into the eggs, we're going to take that pan that had the milk in it and we're going to put it right back on the stove, but on a medium-low heat. And then we're going to take the eggs and we're just going to put them right into that pan. Now, for this next part, you need to stay with this mixture. You can't walk away from it. So take your wooden spoon and get your instant read thermometer. And what we want to do is we want to get the temperature of this liquid up to 170 degrees. So you can see right here it's hovering about 150, something like that. So we want to cook it until it gets up to 170 degrees. And then we'll take it off the heat. And then you're going to immediately want to take the mixture and put it through a small sieve, either into a bowl, or I like to use this large 8-cup measuring cup. But what we're doing is, as we pour it through the sieve, you're going to find that we're collecting little bits of solid egg that has started to cook, and we don't want that in our ice cream. Now we have to take the custard base and we need to put it in the refrigerator because it needs to chill for about 2 to 3 hours. So after the base is completely chilled, then we can go ahead and start adding our flavor. And so we're going to put in 1 cup of sweetened flaked coconut. And then we're going to put in a 14 or 15 ounce can of a cream of coconut. And you can see this is not coconut milk. This is really cooked down coconut meat. And a lot of times they use this in tropical drinks and stuff. But it is cream of coconut. It's really thick. It's got an intense coconut flavor. And one of the things I find is because it is so thick, it's hard to stir it with the spatula, so I get my whisk out. Then it's time to get your ice cream maker going. And this is why I use the large measuring cup, is because you have to pour it down the center, and I find it's just a little bit easier to control. So go ahead and pour all of the custard base into your machine and let it start churning. Now, after about 20 to 30 minutes, your ice cream will be like a soft serve, and you are going to want to harden this off. And the way you do that is you take it out of this container and put it into another container so that it can go in the freezer. Now, while the ice cream is in the freezer, we're going to make our chocolate ganache sauce. And what we do for that is we take a small saucepan on medium heat, and we put in 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of light corn syrup. And then we just take maybe 2 or 3 minutes and start stirring this mixture. Now at the beginning, it's going to look not so great. It's going to be kind of lumpy, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? But as that chocolate melts, it's just going to get smoother and smoother until it starts to become silky, just like this. Now, one of the things that's great about this chocolate sauce is you can actually make it ahead and put it in the refrigerator, or just leave it out at room temperature. But what happens is it will start to stiffen up on you. So then all you have to do is reheat it, and within a matter of a couple of minutes, it comes back beautifully. Well, if you like coconut, you are going to love this ice cream. It is so rich and delicious tasting, and yet made with mainly 2% milk, so that's fantastic. Now, if you want the recipe for both the coconut ice cream and the chocolate ganache sauce, just go to our website and visit the Sunday with Cindy show notes. Also, if you have any questions for me, please send me an email. I'll see you next time.